You need to use the marking tools more. There are marking tools in this game? Okay. Confessor, fortune teller, druid, scout, enlightened, empress, lover. Plague doctor again. This corruption stuff is really ruining me, man. This corruption stuff is really making it hard for me to figure this game out. Initially, it was like, okay, I can understand good, evil. I can understand lies and deception. But now it's like, holy smokes. How do I... Whoa, this is a weird feeling. What the fuck is that? Ugh. I don't like this feeling. Ugh. Some information like bluffs used by killed characters info from previous days, or order in which cards were revealed. Oh, enter draw mode. Do I also press space to enter exit this mode? Boom. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Let's get out of this mode for now. Let's take a look. So, Confessor's dizzy. So, corrupted or evil. All right. No adjacent evils to me. Druid can check if there's an outcast. Plague Doctor cannot be corrupted. So we can check and see if the Plague Doctor's real or not. Unless the Druid's evil, one or the other. Closest evil is clockwise. That's not good. Puka is 2 cards away from closest evil. 1 is evil, number 1, 5, or 8. There are 2 confessors, by the way. Number 1, 5, or 8. 1, 5, or 8. One of these is evil. Well, we can always check and see if Druid is going to give us information. Again, the Druid could be evil themselves. We've got to learn an evil character. I mean, we could check and see if the Confessor here is corrupted or not. Number 1, 5, or 8. So we should check the Confessor, right? Easy check on Plague Confessor. Yeah. If you use Plague on one of the Confessors and it doesn't clear the corrupt or evil, you're right, because like this. Well, what can Plague Doctor be like disguised as though? Can they disguise themselves as a Plague Doctor, or do they? Okay, or do they disguise themselves always as a villager? They can be a different role. It doesn't have to be a villager. Now we should check, but which one? Number 9 or number 2? Check number 9. Not corrupted. So Plague Doctor is either being evil or the Confessor's evil. I think we killed this Confessor just to see where we're at in the game. Good. Okay. That means both these characters have been corrupted or one of them's evil. Which also means like Dizzy. You're Dizzy, which means the Plague Doctor, assuming the Plague Doctor is telling, since the Plague Doctor is telling the truth about this one, that means the Plague Doctor is real, which means that both these should be corrupted or evil. That means that Lover, okay, so no evil's adjacent to me. Yeah, that's definitely corruption, which means that the Druid could also be evil, I guess. Well, we can use the Druid to get to check and see if the Plague Doctor is a real outcast or not. We can see if the Druid is actually evil or corrupted now. That's what we should check, right? Boom. And we should check this because this just tells us a lot of information about that, right? I mean, it doesn't matter the other 2 I choose, right? It doesn't matter. So I don't fucking know. There are no outcasts. Okay, this character is either corrupted or evil. This character is corrupted, so I can't rely on them anymore, which sucks. Close evil is clockwise. Enlightened has a good chance of like being honest here. Use Druid. It's just that, how do I know if the Druid is evil or not? That's a bigger question. There are 2 evils. What's the other one? The Poisoner. See, what if this is the Poisoner and they corrupted the Druid, right? I could kill the Druid right now, and then this could be, then we could tell and see if this is the Poisoner or not. If this is the Poisoner, then that means that then this character is corrupted. Or if this is the Poisoner, then this character is also, well, Enlightened wouldn't have been able to, Puka is 2 cards away from closest evil. 1, 2. It could be a Druid. I'm killing the Druid. It's either, and then the Confessor could have been like corrupted by the Plague Doctor. Number 1, 5, or 8. Let's take a look. 1, 5, 8. Ooh, or the Empress could be evil, but it also could be telling the truth. Hold on, let's back out. We gotta use the fortune teller before we move on. Learn if any of them are evil. Pick 2 characters. We choose, well, this one's either corrupted or evil anyways. It doesn't really help us at all, does it? We should choose 2 good characters to see if the fortune teller's like lying. We knew the plague doctor's good, and we know, and I think we can just, we can rely on the enlightened. Or can we rely on, we can rely on plague doctor, or we can rely on, no, I understand it's always lying. That's why I'm choosing 2 good characters, and she'll tell me if they're evil. If she says both of them are evil, then that means that I'll know if they're actually both evil or truthful. Wait, hold on. Does corruption stop the will lie and the ability will not work? Okay, never mind. The ability will not work, which means I can literally get nothing out of fortune teller at all. That sucks. So it's completely unreliable in every imaginable way. Man. Okay, so we just don't care about any of these characters. We should try to kill the druid then. Because 2 cards away from the closest evil. That would make sense for the druid. Or the confessor. Number 1, 5, or 8. 5 is good. I'm thinking it's 8 or 7. I'm thinking 8 or 7. Right? I think this is good. Right? That's how I'm feeling. The poisoner hit number 3. You think the poisoner hit 3? Ooh. I think we should go for the druid or the lover here. You know? You think it's number 2? Okay, look, the confessor, it could be plague doctor's influence though. Because if it's lover, then that means that the poisoner corrupts the druid. Do you see? Empress. 1, 5, and 8. 1, 5, or 8. 1, 5, or 8. Also, that would mean that also could, it would stand up to Empress. Lover could be it, because lover, then that would make Empress correct. The plague doctor could have made the confessor like corrupted. And then also, it would have been one of the 3 of these would have been evil, the lover. Empress could be corrupt. Empress could be corrupt. But the confessor is 100% corrupt or evil. These 2 are absolutely corrupt or evil. The druid is clearly corrupt or evil. Look. Let's do it this way. Yellow. Yellow, these are the possible corruptions. Possibly corrupt, possibly corrupt, possibly corrupt, possibly corrupt. Okay? Those are the ones that I absolutely see as possibly corrupt. That would mean the scout, if the scout is telling the truth, that would mean that it's one of these 2 that's evil. Though. Which means, and since she's not in the sus list, I mean, she's not on the sus list at all. I think it has to be the druid or the confessor then, right? So then that means a lover would not be evil. That'd be 1, 5, or 8, which means the Empress might be the randomly corrupted one, which means the confessor would have to be the evil one. But okay. Okay, let me try to make it. This has got to line up correctly. This has got to line up correctly. Either the Empress or the Scout are telling the truth. One of these 2 is telling the truth, and one of them is corrupted or evil. Right? This one, okay, the Empress could, okay. The Empress could be the poisoner and corrupting the confessor. No. Because then the Scout, okay, no, wait. What if, okay, the confessor could be the corrupt and scouting and corrupting the Empress? But then the druid, this doesn't make sense to me. Empress was lying, saying that she's accusing of being evil actually be good. Yeah, 1, 5, 8. Only one of these 2 is correct. The Scout or the Empress is telling the truth. It's not both. Buka is 2 cards away from the closest evil. 1, 2. So it would have to be one of these. This does check out. Scouts does check out completely. The druid or the confessor, it completely checks out. Because they're both like clearly corrupted or evil. Empress could be the poisoned from the poisoner. Okay, we kill the Dizzy. I think we killed Dizzy here. We killed the confessor. Am I right on this? Okay, it's clearly 2. Okay, guys, look. I have to make the decision here, you know. I'm in the hot seat over here, guys. New characters unlocked. One random unrevealed good villagers become a baker. One random unrevealed good villager becomes a baker. Learn which villager I was. Learn which side of the circle is more evil. Learn equal if both sides are equal evil. This is the Enlightened, really. The Architect is much like the Enlightened. Okay. I love this song. Zagreus really singing that shit. You almost made 3 wrong choices based on someone that was lying, though. I mean, that's the nature of the game. If somebody's lying to your face, then you're gonna have problems. Yeah. If I'm being lied to, that's the whole game. I'm going to second guess myself for sure. That's what I do. That's what happens when somebody lies in your face. You're gonna second guess what you're doing. That's the point of lying. That's what it does. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it does. 3 confessors. Yeah, 3 fucking confessors. Is there any corruption? There is. Fucking poisoner. I mean, I think that we can reliably suggest that like 2 of these is evil and 1's corrupted. Kill 3 for sure. Yeah, I think we have to kill number 3, don't we? Right side is more evil? Wait, right side? Okay, when he says right side, he means this side, right? Or does he mean this? His right? I had so many questions. Number 1 or 3 is a poisoner. I think number 3 makes the most sense. I am 1 card away from corrupted character. Wow. All of this makes perfect sense, guys. Great. I am 1 card away from poison from a corrupted. Right side is more evil. I'm gonna have to say this is also. Yeah. Okay. That one was not complicated. Shaman. Shaman giving me the look. Over 1 shows who he's accusing. It shows who he's accusing. Okay, whatever. It's just 3 and 2. Yeah. Game start. There are 2 same villagers roles in current village. 2 same villager roles in current village. I lie and disguise. Wait, does that mean the shaman is essentially forcing there to be duplicates? That's not that much worse. I could deal with that. The bishop. Learn up to 3 characters. Among them are villager, outcast, and evil role if possible. So she could tell us a lot of information. She's got a lot of knowledge. Okay. What are we looking at? We're looking at a shaman and a minion. Okay. Oh, we have a wretch. Is a wretch here? Oh, yes. Wretch is cool. Wretch is useful. Cannot register as good or as wretch to other characters. I only register as a random minion role or as an evil. Cannot be disguised as. So we know the wretch is the wretch. That's cool. Okay, we killed the knight. Wait, hold on. Is there anybody who can be corrupted? Can we corrupt? Is there corruption here? There's no corruption. We don't have plague doctors. We don't have shit. Good. Okay, so we have 2 characters we absolutely know are honest and true. The knight and the wretch. They're both legit. Between number 2 and number 3, there is a villager and a minion. Okay, so she's going to say that the wretch is absolutely a minion. So that means that the Empress is also a villager. Good. And there's no corruption here. So, knight, Empress, wretch, all good. Unless she's evil. Number 1 is a real Empress. I mean, number 1 is a real Empress. Uh-oh. There's 3 Empresses, I just realized. There's 3 fucking Empresses. Oh, God. There's 3 of them. How many of them are evil? Okay, we should check Jester. We should check the Wretch, the Bishop, and Empress. We should check all 3 of these. Right? 6 is like 100% evil? No? Why? Bishop can't be evil or will actually... No, yeah, I don't think 6 is evil, actually. I don't either, but I want to check the Jester anyway. That way we can check. I just don't know. Number 1 is the real Empress. But the thing is, okay, there's like duplicates because of the Shaman. The Shaman creates duplicates. There are 2 same villager roles in current village. So she created a duplicate here. So 2 of these are real. 2 of them are real. And 1 of them is a fake. The E is like evil. Also, the wretch is real. I say we check. Okay, between 2 and 3, 2, 3, there is villager and minion. She would see the wretch as evil, as minion, right? She would see the wretch as minion. And that means that she would see this Empress as actually a villager. Is this a liar or not? Learn up to 3 characters. I said we check the Jester to check her out. Well, let's take a look at this Empress's like information though. Let's just see if this checks out as well. 156. 156. We know the knight is legit, which means this Empress is either fake or this bishop is fake. I said we kill this Empress right here. We kill this Empress. Boom. Gotcha. Okay. That's one. The other one's just a minion, so we should be easy. So this was legit. These are legit. So we go for green. So legit. Too legit to quit. Number 1 is a real Empress, which means this guy's fake. Kill him! Die, minion! You don't belong in this world! Moving on! Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Look, I'm playing the... Oh, God, here we are. It's the northern... That's the guy! That's him! That's him! That's the guy! That's the guy! That's the guy! That's the guy! That's him! Yay! 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 Look, you guys can theory craft all you want and get inside the chat, okay? I will probably ignore a lot of it because clearly this is like a thought exercise. All right, but this, except for all the times you say, "Oh, I love Northern Lion. I love him. I love Northern Lion." Everybody who says that, I will read your chat every time, all the time, no matter what. In this particular stream, I will 100% every time somebody says, "I love Northern Lion," and then they say whatever they want to say, that I read it. I will read it. Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet if possible. It's evil but cannot lie. Becomes a puppet. It becomes evil but it cannot lie? Oh. And then they lie in disguise. What if Northern Lion? It's a good question. Also, Northern Lion is an outcast. How funny. What do you mean he's an outcast? He's on top of the heap, I thought. I tell you something really interesting. If picked once, I am silenced if the character who picked me is lying. Character says blank instead of their info. If picked, I am silenced if the character who picked me is lying. Oh, so judges and shit like that actually can be used on the Rambler. And the Rambler will tell you if they're actually not telling the truth. Or if they're just straight up lying. If they're lying, then he will tell you if they're lying. He's the truth teller. He's the one who reveals the liars. Oh, I understand. That's a very interesting card. It's a very useful card, I guess, right? So you just have to find the extra evil that's beside the puppeteer. That's pretty much... Oh, there are 3 evils, it seems. There's the puppeteer, the witch, and there's the puppet. There's only 1 pair of evil. Okay, well, that's good. The knitter actually might check out because there's the puppeteer is always next to the puppet. Closed evil is counterclockwise. We don't have somebody who, you don't ever learn information permanently. You rent it. Okay. I mean, that's true. That's true. We are not computers. I mean, we are, but we're flawed computers. We're like hard drives that are dying, slowly dying hard drives. That's pretty much where we are. That's where we're at, you know? It's like, imagine a couch made of flesh. That's how our brains are with information. I mean, it's working, but it's kind of, you know, it might not always work. It might break down over time. And there are issues. There are problems with it, you know, generally. There's no corrupts. So if she says 1 isn't an outcast, then that's strange. Okay, we'll take the druid. Except there is 1 liar. There is, well, I mean, technically, yeah, there's one of these characters a liar and is evil because they're a puppet, you know? Do you understand what I mean? No, the puppet doesn't lie, but they are evil. Oh. Oh, shit. Good point, Lunasa. So wait, so the druid could be evil then, and then I would know if I choose a Rambler. Only 1 pair of evil, and number 7 is good. It doesn't matter. Okay. There's a Rambler. Okay, Druid's telling the truth. The Rambler's real. I mean, the Rambler can't be corrupted, I don't think, can it? Unless it's only for villagers, right? Random adjacent villager, right. So, there's only one pair of evil. Slayer? I don't know. One of these two is evil. Wait, we don't have a shaman, do we? We don't have a shaman. Okay, good. So one of these two is evil. I just don't know which. She's not a puppet. Wait, she could be a puppet. Druid could be the puppet though. She's not lying, but she could be a puppet. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Yeah, one of these two. Number 7 is good. Let's take a look at Gemcrafter here. Number 7 is learn one good character. Number 7 is good. We should try to use the Slayer on one of these two guys. Right? I think 6. And then if that would mean the Druid has to be. I killed evils, which means that this one's clearly evil. Wait, what? You're a puppeteer though. Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet if possible. It's evil but cannot lie. Wait, does that mean the Slayer is evil? I didn't know the Slayer, even though it's evil, can still kill evil. What? Wait, so the puppet can still kill its puppeteer? That is very interesting. What? If lies, I cannot kill my target, but then you can still kill your master? That's so interesting. That's so funny. Okay. Number 7 is good. Wait, that means that the Gemcrafter's evil. All right, there, boom. What? I wasn't the puppet. I'm not reading the backseating, Lunasa. I'm gonna be real. I do care. You're one of my favorite chatters. I'm not reading your backseating. You backseat so fucking hard, and it's extremely annoying. I like you a lot, Lunasa. I'm not reading this backseating like crazy. Absolutely not. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be really nice, but you're backseating like crazy, saying that why are you doing this play? Why are you doing that play? You're doing so stupid. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. Explain, explain, explain. How about you just keep it to yourself a little bit? Okay, a little bit, just a little bit. Learn a role that's among them and one that's not. Okay, pick 2 characters. Chancellor, Shaman, oh God. I'll leave, sorry. Oh my God, man. Hope you have fun. All right, great. Streamer hates chatter. I hate when I'm backseating in a game that's actually making me feel dumb, especially when I do feel dumb. I hate feeling stupid. I'll be real. But I hate it even more when somebody tells me I'm stupid. You know? I hate it even more. Like, I know, man. I know. There was, okay, look. I'm gonna be real. It's just because of the way my streaming, like, it's the way I started in streaming, okay? There was this chatter, okay? I'm gonna tell you the story. You can listen to it if you don't, or you don't have to. But, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you anyway. It's okay. There was this chatter. A well-meaning chatter. A decent enough, okay? And they would come in during Loop Hero, and they would tell me, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. Why would you make these stupid plays? It was my second chatter ever, really. And I tried to be cordial because I was so desperate for people to be here, because I needed people here. I just needed them. I wanted to build my community. I really, really, really cared. It really mattered to me so much that people would be here. I needed it. I just needed it. So I accepted the abuse. And I accepted the abuse, and I let this chatter go on for like, I don't know, like 2-3 months. I let this chatter be here. Even though every time they came in, it was either trauma dumping, or it was like just telling me I was dumb, or something like that, okay? So the truth is, I just at a certain point I got tired of it, and I think I either timed them out or abandoned them, and then they never came back. And I felt at the time, I felt really bad for that too, because I was thinking to myself, now nobody's here, and that's so much worse being alone than being with somebody who hurts your feelings in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not saying you're that, Lunasa. Don't get me wrong. You're great. You're great. I could take, we have a discussion. That's cool. That's fine. No big deal. I love that. I actually love discussion. In fact, some people might say I like discussion too much. That's all. But I still think about that chatter whenever I see like somebody say, why are you making these misplays? Or why are you doing, what was your thought process here? Or where why are you doing things all the hard way? Sometimes I think about that chatter. That's all I'm saying. I'm a little sensitive about it, not gonna lie, but it is my stream. So it's going to come out. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I'm 1 card away from closest evil. I am 2 cards away from closest evil. I'm just quiet for the most part now. Please don't be quiet, Lunasa. I do like your commentary. I just had to get it. I just had to release the valve. I had to release the valve. Besides, Northern Lion would never let me, like, let anybody want to be quiet, you know? That's the whole point. It's really trying to help you understand the mechanics. You were, actually. A lot of these things are, I have so many questions, to be honest with you. I have so many questions. Like, a lot of these are slightly obscured to me. Like, the Wretch has so many unusual, like, interactions. I like them, though. Okay, thank you, Hourly. Oh, my God. Hourly just amplifying. The good thing is I would never time out Lunasa, but I would absolutely time out Hourly. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Actually, I did time out Lunasa 1 time today for 1 second, for a small bit, but. So I'd be down, you won't? Ooh. Shake this. Shake you. I'm shaking you. You understand? You're being shaken. Ah! Okay. I cured 0 corruptions. Oh, jeez. Is there corruption in this game? I don't even. Is there? Are we looking at corruption? We don't see a plague doctor. We don't see a plague doctor. So there is no corruption, which means the confessor is evil. Right? I don't think there's a way out of that. Yeah, puzzlers to get kind of invested in these games. Weren't you a big fan of Baba Is You as well, Lunasa? I could have sworn I saw you in Baba Is You. Maybe I'm just completely off on that one. I do like puzzle games, I'll tell you that. Slay the Spires is kind of a puzzle game too, you know, when you think about it. You ever played Baba Is You? You should. That is such a puzzle game or style game. Oh my God, it's perfect. You should play it, Lunasa, 100%. A puzzle game, I think this one is cool. It is good. I was thinking, like, I was sure you weren't there. If you're not there, then you've got to play it yourself then. Okay, I'm going to say that the confessor is pretty clearly evil, right? Yeah. Okay, good. And that would mean that the hunter is correct. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. That's true. Unless you're evil. Does that count if you're like... He's never going to tell me he's like 1 away. Okay. Good. This should check out, though. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. I'm 2 cards away from the closest evil. One of these bombardiers. Ugh. That's not good. This hunter checks out, but I don't know what else to do. I cured 0 corruptions. That's true. There are no corruptions in this game, right? Which means that would mean that this card is 2 away and he's 1 away. Okay, the shaman duplicated the hunter for sure. But does that mean the bombardier or the hunter is evil here? I think it's this hunter, right? I think we can safely kill this hunter. We cannot kill this hunter. Really? Which means I'm 1 card away from the closest evil, which means this guy's evil. Because there's not, oh, the doppelganger. Oh, shit. No, the doppelganger's in the game. Blog of 10 billion games. You should, though. It is, look, Baba Is You is maybe one of the greatest puzzle games ever made. You should talk to Charlie about it. Charlie, my good friend, Unlegendary Charlie, he'll tell you. If you want a list of some of the best puzzle games ever made, I feel like Baba Is You is the top like 3. Truly, it's a paradise of puzzles. Chug? All right.
Chug.
I'll chug. I'll chug, guys. I mean, gals, I guess, since that's like literally both of you. Ah. Not a lot of chugging. Don't mind me. Not a ton of chugging, just a little chug. So, does that mean this bombardier, or does that mean he's corrupted? Because this, how does the doppelganger work? The doppelganger disguised as a good villager. It might not even be in the game, right? The doppelganger might not even be in the game. When villager becomes an outcast role, I sit next to it. I lie and disguise. Well, this would make sense to be the Chancellor. I know I caused it. I'm gonna say it. No, there's no issues. I have issues, guys. I'll take the brunt. I'll take the brunt of it.